Howdy y'all, Stock Warden here, back with another video. Today we're looking back at Palantir Technologies, and they have completely blown through their resistance level to create a new 52-week high. And let me tell you, it's just gonna keep getting better. So stick around for the rest of the video and I'll tell you why. So originally, our last 52-week high, as we had on our last insane bull run, as y'all can clearly see right here, we ended up having the high at $148 a share, but we couldn't ever hold on to these two high peaks, considering we ended up having a pretty hard resistance line here at about $145 a share, because we kept ending right about here, and it kept turning non-stop, just resisting off of this line. So we ended up coming up, going down, and with this line here, if you go back to one of my previous videos, we talked about why we ended up having this huge bear candle and a couple of extra days to follow with some short sellers, along with a lot of other inside huge sell-offs of shares that cost millions and millions of dollars. But the stock has completely turned around with great news, great insight, and now, especially coming into the end of Q2, the earnings reports are going to come out and show absolutely astonishing numbers. If you look over here and show the estimate is even higher than every single possible trend that they've been able to put out. Now, right now, we are in the post here on Monday afternoon at 148.80, so it's a little bit lower than the original close that happened, so it's not too big of a deal. We still are showing a very strong 5% raise just on the day alone. Came through, broke through this resistance, and we are going to continue to see an amazing bull run. Now, the reason for this is just in the midst of everything, they've been able to come out and say that the results for the quarter end for June 30th, which just happened, will be released on Monday, August 4th, 2025, following the close of the markets on that day. So, Palantir will host a webcast to discuss its results at 3 p.m. MT and 5 p.m. Eastern Time. So the live webcast and replay will be available at investors.palantir.com, and you can even pre-register in their website to be able to watch it and be able to show all of their earnings and the way that they are able to once again meet or blow through their estimates. As you can see, all the way from Q2 of 24, the estimates being these white dots over here, and the actual, they beat it out every time, except for here in Q1 of 25, they ended up meeting expectations, which is still higher than any of the estimates abroad. So that's something that's going to be great and going to be amazing to look forward to. But also another thing as well is that there has been a huge amount of outperform ratings for Palantir Technologies. So Daniel Ives reiterated his rating for Palantir, and he ended up setting his price target to 160. So that is the highest yet that Palantir has been able to show for a price target. Being able to come way up here in the stratosphere for 160, that's definitely going to be another showstopper for Palantir Technologies, which, as you can see over the course of this stock's time period, I mean, we go all the way into April, starting down at $80 a share. You went from 80 all the way up to 150, right at 150 a share. You hit 160, you're literally doubling every investment that you had into this if you stayed in this stock for the long haul. Now, as I've always said, it's better to continue buying, even though the stock keeps going up. Don't wait for a loss. continue buying even with it going up, because you will continue a better dollar cost average in your portfolio and in your accounts as the stock continues to grow. So you can obviously try and capitalize on some dips whenever you see a large candle indicated like this, but don't end up trying to catch the falling knife. So because that is always something that ends up biting all kinds of investors one way or the other. So don't give in to any crazy hype, and don't try to give in to all the haters, because this stock has plenty of them, and this stock has showed time and time again that it is not going anywhere. So another thing, not only does Ivy have his price target set at 160, but you also have Loop Capital, that they reiterated a buy rating and boosted their price target from 130 to 155, which is even higher than what Ives was even saying. So you have two complete and total major guys that are looking at these things and looking at Palantir, what they're doing, where they're going, their earnings rates, along with all of their contracts, and they have just instantly, boom, 150, 155. We're going to see this, and it's just going to keep going. So then you also have Bazinga Pro, where they're looking at Palantir and showing that they're believing that their 52-week high is going to continue to grow over the next couple of days. So without any news to really show it, it's going to completely change the whole background for Palantir. So, but you do also have a different company like Citigroup, which is a full firm. They are keeping a neutral rating, but even though they kept a neutral rating for Palantir, they lifted their price target to 115. Now, Citigroup has in the past always stayed $20 to $30 behind where Palantir actually is and where it's going. So they like trying to look at this stock and say that it's not really what it should be, and that the price on the stock is overinflated and it's overhyped. But as time goes on, it just continues to push forward. So that, and then if you come over here and you see the actual trend of everything for the volatility, their volatility curve has completely downtrodden really hard over the past 30 days. So even to think that this stock is going to be so volatile to the fact where it's just going to bounce up and down and up and down is something that's slowly fading away day after day at this point today. So that's another amazing thing, to be able to look at this stock and be able to have even a more solid peace of mind, to be able to know that you made a good investment and that this stock is going to continue trending in a solid path and not go up and down sporadically and very erratically, to the point where any slight news can tank the stock, tank your shares, and then make you completely forget all about what Palantir's doing, where they're going, where they're heading, and how high this stock is potentially going to get to in the coming months to the coming years, if you're going to plan to stick around and stick with the long haul. So, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. So, leave a like, drop a comment below if you like the video or anything that you would like to see more of in my videos, along with if there is a certain stock that you hold and that you keep in your portfolio greater. Drop it down in the comments below, because I would love to research and look up another stock to be able to show and bring to the rest of the community here on YouTube. So, with all that being said, this is the Stock Warden, riding off. See y'all come back now, you hear?